I want to do a podcast about films.
I knew you'd say that.
Okay, are you interested?
I knew you'd say that.
What are you talking about?
And that.
This makes no sense. Sharks don't commit murder.
What?
What? Hello and welcome to Movie the Needle. My name's Simon and I'm joined by my good friend Carl, and we are mixing things up and we'll be haphazardly dissecting a movie that we believe has been underrated by critics, and we will see whether we can move even of opinion. So this week we are discussing the third sequel to an absolute classic, as a shark deliberately takes revenge against a family responsible for the previous horrific murder of at least 2 members of its species. Archive footage and exploding sharks ensue. It's Jaws, The Revenge.
Right, mate.
Yeah. So, premise of this episode.
Yeah.
Let's be open and honest here.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah. We picked this one. Had you seen it before?
No, yeah, I had seen it before. Yeah, I'd seen it before.
I hadn't. And we largely picked this based on the fact that it has to be underrated because it was rated so low.
Yeah.
How could it not be?
Yeah, 2%
underrated?
on Rotten Tomatoes.
2% on Rotten Tomatoes, 1.5 or 3 out of 10, basically everywhere.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be about right.
This is, yeah.
2% though. Whoa.
2%.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, underrated?
Maybe a smidge.
Maybe a little bit. Will we be completely convincing of this? Maybe. We'll see.
Listen, it's not all bad. We'll get
Plenty of good things to talk about.
We'll get
so
onto that,
regardless of whether this fits the premise of the actual episode,
we had good intentions.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of it, the format somewhat goes out the window. Look at Chinatown.
Yes, look at Chinatown. Yeah, well, yeah, there we go.
But
Hey,
anyway.
I tell you what I've seen this week. Not that what I've seen, but what I've seen's coming out. There's another date night special in the
Alto
in the
Nights,
chamber, isn't
Alto
there?
Nights.
Alto Nights, yeah.
Yeah.
The new De Niro and Pacino movie. Yeah.
Is that out?
No, it's Joe. Joe
Oh, yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Pacino.
Joe Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's it out?
Isn't it next week?
Yeah.
It might be next week. It's out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah. So we've got to watch the latest De Niro and Pacino. So that's exciting, isn't it?
I have got a game, Carl.
Yeah, good. I'm excited about this because you've already told me you need the speaker.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't need it for the game as such. But,
Hang on, is this more John Williams?
No.
Okay.
No. What's John Williams got to do with this film?
Is he not in this one?
They stole his theme. That was about it.
He hung around for some of the sequels.
Yes, well, indeed. We'll come to that. But yes, I do need a speaker, but it's only for gentle embarrassment of myself. So it's good.
Okay, good.
But anyway, we will reveal the next movie that will be covered at the end of this episode as well, so you can watch along ahead of time. So stick around until the end, / fast forward right to the end, and don't listen to any of this to find out that. We'll also put it on the socials ahead of time as well, so you can watch ahead of our next release. Mm-hmm. But Carl.
Oh, well, hang on. I'll tease you with something else.
Okay.
We've been sent in some more classics.
Have we?
To rule on. Yeah.
Well, I've got a few bits of feedback as well from our listeners as well. So, have you got anything to talk about that isn't feedback from people?
No, just some films. So let's do that now. The feedback.
Okay, so my first bit, friend of the pod Will, has highlighted what a lot of people may have noticed, which is when it comes to the hybrid section, Carl is doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Will also saying that he has struggled to get his brain to work in that way. He's been trying to think of hybrids, things that, one film plus one film equals another. And I admit, it does not come naturally to me either. I try and focus on the film we're covering. It doesn't really work. So maybe we're just wired a little bit differently, Carl. This bit, but I'm keeping trying.
Yeah.
I've got a few options for this one.
What we saying? Am I somewhere on the spectrum? Is this where we're heading? Is this?
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Well, it's a spectrum for a reason, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All included. Will also said that he is glad that you re-evaluated Chinatown, as he was about to lose all respect for you.
Hang on, how does he know he hasn't listened to the pod yet?
Yeah, he has.
Oh, is that out now?
Yes.
I don't know. Look,
Jesus.
I want to skip ahead to the apology section of this because we've just recorded a date night special, and I'd like to apologise for on air telling you you've got the order of films wrong. And I would like to also apologise for on air telling you've just got the order of films wrong. Yeah, Chinatown's out good. I don't know.
So yeah, he was pleased that you changed your opinion so quickly because he was about to lose all respect for you. So I guess that is news that someone has respect for you. So
yes, that's true. Yeah,
there you go. All good.
Very good.
We did also have some more feedback from a listener, Johnny, becoming famous on the Movie the Needle podcast now.
These two are like fighting it out for our most dedicated listener, I think.
Johnny gets extra points because he did it via Instagram, via the socials, in the comments. So
official
extra
channels.
points for this, official channels. So a couple of points, or a few points he has that he raised. So Harsh, because I think he submitted a classic.
4 classics.
Yeah. So Harsh not to count Mission Impossible as a classic, he says.
I think our reasonings were good, though.
Well, he says the iconic, I don't even, scenes. I've written a word which is not a word in my notes here. But anyway, the iconic scenes, the soundtrack, the elevation of the lines is your mission if you choose to accept it. All of that.
Yeah. I mean, it was already a TV show, as you pointed out.
Yes, which you hadn't seen.
And both of those things came from there. See, I was a big fan of the TV show.
Yeah. So, we did justify it. Maybe it's one we revisit. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think we were also saying about it the fact that actually the first Mission Impossible is maybe not the classic because there's better subsequent films as well, potentially as well, arguably.
Yeah.
I think you maybe get into that with Bond films as well, to a degree as well, because it's such a series of stuff. Which ones of those could be considered classics?
I mean, I think there's a couple more. We can talk about that at some point, I'm sure.
But yeah, so that was it from Johnny. There's also a request come in. Any chance that we can indulge the audience's unrelenting laziness in future and let us know where we can stream the movie if we want to watch it? No, we can't.
Yeah, yes, that's
these are already long enough.
Yeah,
we don't need to add any more. Sorry, there is a great app called Just Watch which you can do it yourself.
Yeah, Just Watch is good. Plus that'll be out of date by the time.
It's true. Yeah, because for the After Sun episode, I watched that on BBC iPlayer. I was going to say you can watch it on BBC iPlayer on the socials and stuff before. By the time the episode has come out, not on BBC iPlayer anymore. You have to pay for it. So
yeah, do pay for it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Last one.
Oh, go on.
Again from Johnny. He says you deserve criticism for not acknowledging the Road sequel gag that I did during the Chinatown episode.
Yeah.
And also not getting the Daphne and Celeste reference either.
What's the Daphne and Celeste reference?
Mama de tu tambien.
Yeah.
That one, but I can't even get the right.
Your mama tambien.
Thank you. Where he said your mama too.
Yeah.
And they have a song like, ooh, stick you, your mama too.
Oh,
and
that Daphne and Celeste. I was thinking, is this a film I can't quite place?
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Okay. No, your joke, by the way, I'll take the hit on that one. That was excellent. I think we acknowledged it after we pressed stop.
Yes.
In the pod shed. Fantastic.
As I said to Johnny on Instagram, tough crowd in the pod shed sometimes. Tough crowd.
Yeah. No, he's quite right.
But anyway, that's the feedback that I've seen. So,
good, yeah.
Do you want to go on to movies we've watched?
Yes. How many have you watched this week?
5.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thanks, patronising bastards.
I mean, it's...
well done you. Yeah, so Mickey 17, which we have just recorded, date night episode number 3. So
date.
Go listen to that if you want to know what we thought on that. Spoiler, it's a recommendation.
Yeah, it's a recommendation.
Yeah. So, and then it went a little bit downhill. Flight Risk.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Mark Wahlberg on a plane. It's not very good.
I'm getting mixed up with Flight, Denzel.
Oh, no, I like Flight.
Okay,
Flight's
right.
good. I like Flight. Flight Risk, not so good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Saw trailers for it in the cinema. I was just like, it didn't give very much away at all, apart from Mark Wahlberg being a bit crazy. I was like, it could be a bit of fun. It's not that very fun.
Okay.
Not very good. Not a recommendation. 1.5 stars. Actually starts okay. Gets old very quickly. Mel Gibson directed, by the way.
Okay.
Just out of interest. What have you been seeing?
Jaws.
Oh, yes. I've also seen Jaws, yeah. We'll speak more about that, I'm sure, as we go on.
Jaws 2.
Yes.
Jaws 3D.
Uh-huh.
The 3D.
Did you watch it in 3D?
No, I didn't.
Could you watch it in 3D? Do you have the capability?
No. And then, obviously, this film that we're discussing today, Jaws: The Revenge. I rewatched The Rum Diary. What a crushing disappointment that continues to be.
Remind me of The Rum Diary. Is
Johnny
that,
Depp.
Yes, playing Hunter
S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Well, playing Paul Kemp, but really Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Just
Why did you rewatch it?
Terrible adaptation. I thought maybe it'd be better this time. Maybe I was the problem.
But you might still be, but still.
Well, yeah. That we can just repeat that bit.
But you're consistently the problem.
It wasn't better. So yeah. Right, and then you'll like this.
Oh, no.
The Enemy Below.
Wait, what? What's that?
Oh, it
sounds like porn.
No. It's a submarine film.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
There's still submarine films you haven't watched?
Oh, this one is a classic. This is.
Is it though?
Yeah, 1957. Robert Mitchum, Kurt Jürgens. Very.
We like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you like it? You asking?
No. Do you?
Oh,
I said we. I don't know why I said we.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes, I like it a lot. I mean, I've seen it before, but
I talked to you like a child. Are we a bit tired?
Yeah.
Are we a little tired now?
Do we like it?
Do you like it? Yeah.
We also like, but not as much. Run Silent, Run Deep. Another submarine film. This one's Clark Gable and Burt Lancaster. That's not quite as good. It's a bit more jingoistic, you see.
I'm gonna have to do
1958,
a blind ranking of submarine films with you.
Yeah, I'm bang up for that.
Because you would, whichever ones I pick, you would have seen them. So there definitely won't be any.
Yeah.
Nah, never seen it. Can't rate it.
Yeah. So no more submarine films on the list.
On any list, probably. You've probably seen them all.
Oh, do you know what? I think I know why.
Are you obsessed with semen in a conical vessel? I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Who knows?
It's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. No more dick jokes springing to mind, so I'll just move on. I've watched To Have and Have Not.
Again, never heard of it. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, To Have and Have Not's an Ernest Hemingway novel, but it was made into a 1944 film with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. It's Lauren Bacall's screen debut. You might have heard the iconic line from that film, which is, you know, a whistle, don't you? You just put your lips together and blow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did they actually do that in Shawshank? That might be one of the films they're watching in Shawshank.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So yeah,
Look forward to that coming through on a correction next week.
Not a good adaptation, although the novel's not very good. But they haven't done a good job with it. But yeah, it's still kind of fun. Then I watched The Old Man and the Sea. You familiar with that?
Nope.
That's another Ernest Hemingway novel.
So we're on Hemingway, are we? Is this the? Did he do a submarine film as well?
He didn't. No.
That's upsetting. For you.
That's 1958. That starred Spencer Tracy. It was all right. It had a voiceover in which you would have fucking hated. So that's.
Was he dead?
That's quite funny. Well, I'm not going to ruin it. And then I've watched 2001: A Space Odyssey for the first time.
Yes, I saw this when we did our last 4 watched, and I posted on the old Blue Sky and Instagram. Yeah. So, Carl, what did you think?
Well,
2001.
It is deservedly one of the most iconic films of all time. It's absolutely earned that because some of the sort of set pieces, effects, cinematography, whatever you want to say,
Indeed, yeah,
fantastic. They were going to do a soundtrack. I think there's an unused soundtrack kicking out there because Kubrick got someone to write one and then went, no, not going to do that. We're going to do classical music over the top instead. Works really, really well. So yeah, it's earned its status as one of the most seminal films of all time. It also might be the most pretentious film of all time.
Yeah, I'm going to clip this on up.
Yeah. I mean, I said this to you when we went for coffee. You cannot invite your audience to contemplate so much and invite them to do so much of their own thinking and interpretation and then be mad at them when they come out going, that's pretentious wank that. You know, that is, you're going to get that. And they might be right. It's a hugely ambitious load of storytelling. We start out at the dawn of man. Literally the dawn of man. Yeah. And then we cut through to, a slightly imagined future and then a very imagined future that possibly even suggests cycle of life, the fucking end of man or moving into another phase or whatever. And you're doing that in a film. It's very low dialogue, 0 dialogue for a third. And then you somehow think, oh, well, how are they telling all that story then? Well, they're not. They're asking you to fill in the blanks. And I don't mind that. I did and wrote lots of words in my review as I sought to fill in those blanks, but it did make me wonder just how much credit do you give the director for that? He can definitely earn some credit on loads of other things, but it's a bit easy, isn't it, to just go, we'll just skip ahead and they can fill it in. I don't know.
I like it. It's a controversial view, and it's actually one I might share as well. So
make sure you fucking clip that bit up.
This one might be one that we revisit as a overrated special, which might be a perfect overrated because there are so many good things that we can talk about. Yet,
it's true.
I still think that it might be a little bit overrated.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. So yeah, there we go. Start writing it on your postcards now. Postcards for the youngsters are little bits of card with pictures of foreign places on people used to send to each other. Oh, there's no young people listening to this. Doesn't matter. No one.
I imagine the two most fervent listeners of this pod right now, Johnny's sat there going, "Yeah, I've seen it. It's all right." And I imagine Will is frothing at the mouth.
I imagine that is true.
What do you mean overrated?
That is true. Have you seen any more?
We've said it's good, Will. I'm sorry.
I've got two more.
All right, I'll see it.
Okay, so I also watched The Equalizer 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your Letterboxd today.
Yeah. Not quite as fun as the first.
No.
But enjoyable Friday night little romp. Denzel is great in that role. Yeah. 2.5 stars. The Avengers, I also watched as well. Continuing the MCU revisiting with the boy, or the boy watching it for the first time. I do like it quite a lot. It's still exciting to see them all come together. Has Ruffalo's
Soggy Biscuit, is that called? Sorry.
Has Ruffalo's Bruce Banner / Hulk, which is the best iteration. It's a lot of fun. Joss Whedon writing and directing it, right in his wheelhouse. Proper geek directing a geeky thing. 4 stars.
Have you ever played Soggy Biscuit?
No, I haven't, Carl. Amazingly not. And if I did, I would not admit it on the podcast.
I can't imagine how that starts. Who goes, there's a bit of a lull in proceedings. Lads, crack the digestives out.
We've got one biscuit left.
Digestive, you want hobnobs, lad. A digestive will never stand up to all this. Etc. As long as it's not a rich tea. Yeah. Reworking Peter Kay jokes with cum now. How far we've come.
Yay. Let me. Have we got any corrections? Yeah, we have got corrections, have we?
I haven't. I've already done.
Okay, that's all right then. I haven't got any either. So do we get to beer?
We get to beer.
Oh, excellent, because I am thirsty. So please, Carl, unveil. What you do? Don't crash the ale. Unveil the ale.
All right.
What have we got? Sorry, right, what are we filming? Jaws, the Revenge, Jaws, shark thing, water. You got me with water?
No. I got you a Hatherwood Shark Bay Amber Ale.
Oh, very nice. So it's 4.3%. A full flavoured Moorish Amber Ale. Very nice. I'll crack that open now. Okay, let us introduce today's film, Jaws, the Revenge. But first, a reminder of our ratings, a simple 5-point scale. We either really like it, we like it, we're ambivalent, we don't like it, we really don't like it. Oh. So, Carl...
No, this isn't how good it is.
No.
This isn't how good it is.
This is true.
I don't think I can go quite up to but I'm very comfortably at meh.
Yeah, I think
I don't dislike
meh isn't on the scale, but we're ambivalent.
Yeah, I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? We've had this
literally just highlighted the 5-point scale, but that's fine.
Yeah. It means the same thing. It's still 5 points. I've just changed the descriptor.
Look, this for me, right? This has got to be one of those movies where look, we know it's not good.
Yeah.
But it is quite fun and silly.
Yes.
And shit in a kind of like
yeah.
What I did kind of way. So yeah. I think we'll have some fun with this. But more importantly, Carl, what did the critics think?
Yeah.
They did not like it. As I said, Metascore 15 from 92 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes score of 2% from 41 reviews. 1 positive review, that means.
Yeah.
Which we'll come to later.
Oh, no. Have you read it?
Yes. It's yeah.
Is it actually positive?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, in a way. So what the critics have said, this is just two randomly selected little summaries. Significantly worse than the rest of the series, the film is one of the worst flops in recent cinema. Now, calling it a flop,
Yeah.
different kind of fish. You can have flops which are of very serviceable quality.
Yeah, yeah.
And flop for very different reasons. I'm not saying that is what's happened here.
I mean, Shawshank didn't have a great performance at the box office.
No.
Look at it
Um,
now.
another critic, Jaws the Revenge is mild and predictable. The very things an adventure movie should never be. Adventure movie? Is it an adventure movie? Adventure movie. I mean, it's not really what I'd say. It's more like it.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know that it is entirely predictable, and I don't mean that in a positive way.
I will agree. I mean, we'll come to this in plot, but early on, I was shocked at the direction it had taken.
Yeah.
Shocked is maybe a bit strong.
Yeah, it's like,
Mildly surprised.
Like you raise an eyebrow, like Roger Moore style.
Yeah, if I could raise one eyebrow, I would have.
I think I can just raise one eyebrow, but not the other.
Carl, you got anything you want to share? Just sort of a brief sort of summary.
Putting aside the cheap trick that is sequels, we know that ideally they wouldn't exist really, unless
with a few exceptions, but yeah,
very few exceptions. When they're genuinely taking the story on right. I can kind of see why this one was made in that sort of way, actually. So I watched a lot. I know you didn't watch Jaws 2 and 3.
Yeah, you're going to have to fill me in.
So Jaws, we can talk about a little bit. Yeah. Fantastic film. Jaws 2 actually is a very cheap sequel in that it just reruns the first film.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seek to take the story on anymore. Now, I will say, Jaws 2 is a bit underrated because it pretty much...
Should have done that one.
Yeah. Well, it's only, I was going to say it's only a bit underrated, but then here we are. Because that's down at like 2.7 on Letterboxd. And it's the comparison to Jaws that kills that.
Yeah.
Because I would say that's the second best shark film that's ever made. It's really, really good. But you compare it to Jaws, you go, it's not as good as Jaws. Okay. Nothing is. So, we have to be careful not to do that too often. I can kind of see why this one's made because they do want to take the story on a bit. Apparently, Lorraine Gary wanted more to do in Jaws. They didn't do that. Jaws 3 goes off it with the kids rather than her. She's just completely left out of it, story-wise. So finally, it's like, we can take that story on a little bit. So, yeah, I see why it exists. We'll get to the bad stuff, but I think there's enough here to enjoy, and even some stuff that's maybe quite good.
Oh, it's steady.
Yeah, I've had a bit.
Okay, let's move on to the cast. So let's start with the lead. I guess she is the lead. Yeah, she's definitely the lead.
Yeah, she's the lead.
Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody. First though, is it Lorraine Gary or is it Gary Lorraine? It's Lorraine Gary, right?
Yes, yeah.
Just, I don't want to get confused. The only member of the original cast who agreed to reprise the role, and I do say agreed because a lot of them were offered. A lot of them said, "Nah, I'm all right. No thanks." She was actually in retirement as well. Had retired from acting.
She was like, "Finally, you're doing my film." No.
Yeah. I mean, she only agreed as well after they doubled her paycheck. Like, please, we need someone.
Yeah.
What do you actually think of her in this, though?
I mean, she's all right. It's difficult because it's not a great script, so it's tough, isn't it? But she's got a few of the flashbacks. She displays some of the sort of she's struggling with it a bit, the past traumas and that, and yeah, she's doing all right.
Yeah. She's very, very okay.
Yeah,
very okay. Next lead, Lance Guest is Michael Brody. Yeah, what do we make of Michael Brody?
So in Jaws 3, Michael Brody was played by Dennis Quaid.
Yes, yeah, he did not want to come back.
Yeah, he said he spent most of the time on that set on coke.
Right. Can you tell?
I don't know. He's just been Dennis Quaid, isn't he? So who knows? So yeah, I get the feeling he was not overly enamoured with the franchise to begin with. I suspect he didn't need to read the script to turn this one down.
When is Jaws 3 set? Because I have read that this one is the third film.
No.
That they basically wanted to get rid of Jaws 3 completely and make
I don't know
the third and final
so what happens in
entry.
as I say, Jaws 1, Jaws 2 is like, what, a year or two later? It's in Amity again. Same thing happens. Jaws 3 is following Michael.
Is that in SeaWorld?
He's gone off to work at SeaWorld, and a shark comes there. And we'll get on to why that might be a very sensible plot, and perhaps why this one isn't later. So I don't know when the actual years are pitched, but it's entirely feasible that this is after his SeaWorld gig, and he's now working in the Bahamas because he plays a marine biologist in both of those.
Okay, so it does kind of make sense.
Yeah,
I think he's very passable at times. He mixed in with some truly awful line delivery, but I don't know how much of that is the lines versus his delivery. So.
I've got he's very, very meh. I don't think it's his fault. I think that he might be a bit miscast. I think really it's his character doesn't make much sense. Like, why do you keep going back into the water, you fucking idiot? You know, this Lance Guest comes across as quite softly spoken, even sensible. I could see Dennis Quaid's Michael Brody.
Bit crazy.
Yeah, hiding from his mum, ignoring his mum. That silly old woman. What's she on about? I'm getting in the water anyway. I can see that one. Lance Guest, I'm not so sure. So, yeah, a bit meh, I think.
Onto the supporting cast then, led by Sir Michael Caine.
Yeah. Hoagie,
great name.
You have got to wonder what else he was doing at the time. Right?
What do you mean?
Well, to end up here.
I mean, he's been quite open and honest.
Was it money?
Right? Yes, entirely. So, it was two things, right? So, as he describes it, during the filming of this, he won an Oscar. Not for this, to be clear.
No.
He got awarded an Oscar whilst filming. Built a house and had a great holiday. Not bad for a flop movie.
Well, I did think that, did he just fancy himself a jolly?
Yes. So apparently Michael Caine accepted the role after seeing only the first line of the script, which was "Fade in Hawaii."
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's set in the Bahamas, but I think they did film some of it in Hawaii. But he apparently wanted to shoot a movie in Hawaii for a while, and I think the $1 million for 7 days or 2 weeks' work, depending on where you read, was it's a good gig in anyone's world, isn't it?
Yeah. What do we think of his actual performance?
I mean, he's at his peak impressionable phase, I think, here. And no, I'm not going to do a Michael Caine impression. No, I tried it at home and failed.
Do you think this is his worst film?
Is it his worst film? I don't know. I don't think I could confidently.
Do you know how many films he's done?
Quite a few, I imagine.
176.
Not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
And this might be the worst of them, Master Wayne.
Do you think it is?
I can't think of anything I've seen him in that is worse.
I'd have to have a proper look.
Yeah.
Through.
I like you say. I think that I don't know exactly where he was in his filmography, but I do think he's gone. Bit of a jolly, I reckon.
Yes, yeah. Which would, fair play. Why not? Eh?
Yeah.
One for them, one for you, that kind of thing, or 186 for them.
Does this mean if I spend the rest of this episode going, Master Wayne, you're not going to come back at me?
Can't. I want to. I want it to be. I want it to be.
Let me just delete half of the notes.
I want it to be the truth. I just can't do it. I feel like I should be able to, but I just can't. It just doesn't work.
Do you know what? Right, he has 2 monologues in this. This film, right? And there's one when he's in this plane, and he goes, "One time, I was right, and all I could think of was the Batman thing. I saw a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine." and then it's like, no, wrong film. And then he does another one later. He goes, "This one time," and then another character just cuts him off. And it's like, "No, we've heard your ruby story, Michael. Come on."
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, people cutting him off in the middle of anecdotes.
Yeah.
Which, considering he's probably told this anecdote 1 billion times.
Yeah.
As well, about how he's just done this for the money. What about Mario Van Peebles?
Oh, Jake.
What a name, though.
Yeah, it's a good
Mario
name.
Van Peebles as Jake, yeah.
It's a bit of a joke part, this, isn't it?
Apparently he wrote his own part in this. I'm not sure why. He's got
so it's his fault and he can't blame anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where he's from. It's definitely not the Caribbean. The actor. Surely. Because his accent is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And also every single line that he has is weird and not very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Well done him. The only other one I've called out is Mitchell Anderson as Sean Brody, the cop son, who plays the mentally retarded cop very nicely, I thought.
Mentally retarded cop.
He did come across very simple.
Oh, dear.
Did you call anyone else out?
Was he the one that got his arm bitten off at the start?
Not just his arm, but yes, eventually his
Well,
arm
his
and
arm
then
at
everything.
first,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Why are we saying he's mentally retarded?
I don't know. He just gave off the air of just being a little bit like, I'm a cop in a small town because my daddy was, and they've let me run around with a gun.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. The only other one I've called out is Karen Young, who plays Carla Brody, Michael's wife.
Horny wife. Yeah.
There's a bit of that in the Jaws franchise, you know.
Yeah, well, the first one, there's obviously the line of,
Do you want to fool around?
yeah, get drunk and fall around, which I'm going to be using now on a weekly basis.
Pretty sure she repeats that in the second, and then I think Michael's girlfriend in the third.
Different girlfriend? Same girlfriend?
No, I don't know. That's a good point, actually. Is she Carla in that? I'll have to double check. But yeah, there's another one where she basically says, "Oh, do you fancy a shag or whatever?"
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they do it again here.
Couple of times, right?
Yeah, they're mad for it, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I think it runs in the family, I suppose.
Yeah, fair play.
I mean, by the time they're getting on when, like, the mum's literally just next door, just come in, like, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh, she's open-minded. She's seen it all before.
Open-minded, open-legged. Yeah.
Yeah.
All fine. Anyone else?
No, I think it's supposed to be someone different. Anyway,
No, you haven't got anyone else. Okay, good.
No, I haven't got anyone else,
recasting?
no. Yes, I've done some recasting. You'll like this. I've gone big, mate.
All right. Well, let me do mine first then.
Okay. Is this a modern one, or are you going at the same time?
We'll see. So Michael Brody, I thought Roy Schneider could have been good for that. Just yeah, Jake Richard Dreyfuss. I think he could pull off the marine biologist kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hoagie, Robert Shaw.
That's a very different film. Be a better film.
Ellen Brody, keep Lorraine Gary. That's fine.
Yeah.
I reckon that's the route to a masterpiece. I reckon.
No, look, mate, this isn't that film. Jaws is almost a horror film.
Yes.
This isn't a horror film.
No.
I don't know if I'd call it an adventure.
Not an adventure film. No.
Maybe it's like thriller adventure. I don't know. Something like that. So, Ellen Brody. We need someone, bit of trauma in her past, but she's got that motherly thing still.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sure. Yeah.
She's got that sewn up.
Yeah.
She's got that sewn up. Now, Michael Brody, the cheat is to go Dennis Quaid.
Just keep him from 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably off his tits on the white stuff at this point.
The marching powder.
So I'm going really big here. It's the big TC.
Right, at the time. So what year was this?
Mid-20s, he was up and coming. This is 87. So he's not done The Firm yet. He's not done Cocktail. Is that the year after? Was that 88 Cocktail? Or was that later?
Don't know. Did not have this prepared. But anyway, I'll look at that. Keep going.
He's up and coming.
This was 1987. I've got that.
Yeah. You want somebody who is gonna think he knows best. He's gonna keep getting in the water even though everybody around him's dying. He's not gonna be scared of the shark. He's gonna get in the little silly submarine. He's gonna go scuba diving. Yeah, TC's got this sewn up.
I mean, he would never have done it though because he's never done a bad film.
And the tone of this, of course, is much sillier than Jaws. So it's right in TC's wheelhouse. Mario Van Peebles, Jake, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, sure.
You can see those two riffing backwards and forwards, and they'd have some actual chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Instead of what we've got there. When Cuba's getting bitten in half, oh yeah, it's perfect. Carla Brody, TC's wife, any excuse to put he and Jean Tripplehorn back together. They haven't done The Firm yet. This will be a taste of things to come. Lovely, be fantastic. Hoagie, right? You need someone who's going to be able to seduce Lorraine Gary.
Or Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver, yeah. He can seduce anyone, this guy, don't you worry about it. But he's going to be able to fly a plane, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm going to land the plane in the middle of the fucking sea and take on the shark. Gene Hackman. Oh yes.
You shot a Gene Hackman phase as well.
Oh yes. You imagine that cast. The takings for this film, if it had that cast, as is, would be through the roof. Let alone before the inevitable rewrites that a cast such as that would require.
I do like it. I think you've got the skill for the recasting. I do.
We'll just put Tom Cruise in everything.
Yeah, basically that. And Emily Blunt. But yeah, you were right, by the way. So it would have come just after The Colour of Money, before Cocktail, 1987.
Oh yes.
So yeah, it kind of would have been. Yeah,
He would have been perfect for this.
He's done Top Gun.
Almost unironically.
Yeah. He could have been his Cocktail, really. Instead of Cocktail, it could have been this, I guess.
Yeah.
Would have been his career choice. Oh, a different one. Would he have gone on to do marvelous things, or would that have been the death of him?
Unstoppable, Cruise.
Quite possibly. That all your recasting?
Yeah, that's my recasting.
Already. All right, let's move on to production. So, as always,
we got some good stuff here.
Start with the director, Joseph Sargent. You familiar?
No.
He's done one film that I've heard of, other than this, the original, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, not seen it.
No, I've not seen it either. But fairly well-ish regarded, that one. But no, I don't think this is his high. But he's done a lot of TV movies, which I think you can make sense.
Well, look, let's jump. Let me jump on director there. So one of the things that is missing between Jaws and Jaws 2, Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And when I was watching Jaws, because we joke about we're idiots, we don't really know what this crew do. We talk about them. What's a screenplay? What's a script? What's the difference? What's the director? What's a producer? There are some amazing shots in Jaws. I'm thinking of the one where the shark bites someone and it pans out to Brody on the beach and the background disappears behind him.
I love that. Because when I rewatched it, I'd not seen. I've not really mentioned this. I'd not seen Jaws for so long, to the point where I didn't remember quite a lot of it. It was fantastic to rewatch it and watch it for the first time with the boy as well, who got the shit scared out of him on a couple of occasions, but well worth it.
Yeah,
it's so good. But that shot in particular,
it's amazing.
I was just like, wow,
it's absolutely amazing, and it's amazing because that's exactly what that elevates that scene right there when it hits. We don't see the shark for like an hour. No. Now I know that's partly through necessity because stuff went wrong, but you can still
works. So same as any kind of horror slasher thing, right? The less you see, we talked about this with Predator, right?
Yeah.
The less you see, the longer you don't see it, the more the imagination does the work, so that when the reveal comes, it's more effective.
And you've still got to get it right in the edit. I know some of it's necessity, but you've still got to get it right in the edit. Who's to say you wouldn't have arrived at that point anyway, even if it had filmed loads of other stuff. We don't see that for an hour. You get the Quint introduction, and at that point, the film almost goes for 15-20 minutes into a heist sort of adventure film, right? We get a little pick-me-up as they're going out on the boat, and then the USS Indianapolis scene, Quint's story, brings us back down, and then obviously the shark starts attacking them, and we're essentially then set up for the finale.
Yeah.
That film is a masterclass in pacing.
Pacing, yes.
Fantastic. Jaws 2, really good, hit a lot of the same beats, but it's those things where you go, that's kind of where the difference is. Yeah. That's why this is only a 3.5 out of, I think I rated it 4, but whatever, whereas Jaws is a 5, right?
4?
It's really good, Jaws 2. Obviously, we're on the Wayne Big Style by Jaws 3D, and here there's just none of that. So when you say that, there's a lot of TV director, kind of shows.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's probably a cheaper option if we're being honest. I don't know who directed Jaws 3D, but yeah, it does miss a bit of that. It's not very well helmed. I think you'd say.
Can I? We talked about this off air a little bit, that we should start adding this in. Talking about the title.
Oh yeah,
right. And is it? What do we think of the title? So I'd not seen.
Oh yes, I know what you're going to say.
I'd not seen this before. So when it was Jaws: The Revenge, right? I was like, "Oh, is this the humans getting the revenge on the?"
Yeah, they're going to kill all the sharks.
Yeah, is that where it's going? But no, it soon became a parody.
No, it's the shark.
It was the shark.
The shark, as it continually rocks up and goes, surprise, motherfucker.
Not the same shark from previous films, because they're all dead.
Well, it's never stated.
But it could have survived?
No, I don't wish to dig into that statement anymore. I just wish to say it's never stated.
Right, yeah. But, okay, so the shark is actively seeking revenge on the family of... Not the direct people, but just the family of those that have wronged its kind.
Or has it? Has already dealt with them, hasn't it?
What?
Well, he's, Chief Brody, it's had him.
Is it?
Yeah. He had a heart attack because he was scared.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I did like that.
The shark's there sat back going...
Nailed it.
Get at him, nailed him, that was easy.
In his head.
Who's next?
Living rent-free.
Rent-free. Yeah.
So Jaws, the revenge. What do we think? Because I was thinking, should be Jaws is his revenge. Jaws is his revenge.
Well, it'd just be the one apostrophe, wouldn't it? And you'd never say it, yeah.
Jaws revenge.
No
chance would they have a title with an apostrophe after an S. Just it would never happen.
No. Too many people, but that doesn't look right. Yeah.
Although for a poster, you could have that as someone swimming in the thing. So Jaws revenge.
Yeah, very good.
Could work quite nicely. Sorry, carry on.
I do love Jaws as a title.
Yeah, so interesting. I was thinking this when I was rewatching the original Jaws, going it's a strange title for a shark film, because when you think of a shark, before if you think of the film, obviously, but the jaw. Do you think of a jaw?
Yeah, you would call it teeth or something.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's all the giant sharp teeth that you're looking at in its mouth surrounded by its jaw.
Jaws is better, though, because it conveys the size.
Yes, well, they do go on a lot about that in the movie. Well, not a lot, but that's kind of part of the thing of, is this the right shark? No, look, its jaws aren't big enough kind of thing.
That was the thing. What was the thing you sent me about George Lucas or Steven Spielberg changing the title of a movie?
Oh, no, what movie was that? Back to the Future. That was, no, it wasn't either of those two people. This was the studio commentary on Back to the Future screenplay. So it's notes that come back. And it was, I'm going to struggle to remember, but it's basically instead of Back to the Future, what I think you should call it is, it was Man from Pluto. Yeah. Because it's mentioned once in the script. So, and instead of... It's but where it says this, actually what you should say is Man from Pluto.
Yeah.
And then where it says this, you should change that to Man from Pluto. And then we can call it Man from Pluto. And I think that'll be so much better.
Can you imagine?
And you just you just a weaker director or whoever it is that is determining this might go well, yeah, they've got some success under their belt. Maybe they know what they're talking about. Sure, yeah, well, maybe he's right. We'll go for that. But
horrible title.
Pluto.
Back to the Future, great title. Jaws is a great title. Jaws the Revenge. Look, you've decided that the shark has a vendetta. What else are you going to do? You know, what else are you going to do?
It's the. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about, because I hadn't thought, I just assumed it would be, in fact, no, we're getting revenge on this shark because it's killed again, right? But no, it is the shark's revenge.
Yeah.
Which we'll come to on plot, because there are bits that have been missed out or cut from the final film, which would have at least explained it a little bit.
Okay.
Not well, but it would have explained it.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about taglines here, Carl. And don't worry, it's not a game of taglines. I've not been lazy. Right. Okay. But similar to the title, there's a couple of crackers here. And yes, I'm clutching at straws a little bit here with the positives on this area of production. But how about this for a tagline? This time, it's personal. It feels like that must have been used before, been used since. Sounds
some
very
sort
good.
Of cop thing or... Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the fact that it's a shark. Yeah. You can just imagine him talking out with a cigar in his mouth. Yeah, this time, it's personal.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine a shark talks. Just so you know. Great tagline, even if absolute nonsense. from a poster. On Friday, June 17th, man's deepest fear will rise again. Pretty solid.
Work.
It's a shark. Yeah.
Mondays. Yeah.
Again, though, quite like it. Deep, deep ocean, deep fears. Yeah, like it. It's rising again. It's coming out of the ocean to come to it. It all works. It's a solid little thing. I know I'm kind of clutching at straws here, but, give taglines. It's true. We rip on them enough, but I think a couple of good ones. What else you got on production?
Well, I think this is my easiest bit to find some positives in the movie. First off, hour 29 runtime.
Yep.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, even Jaws 3D was like 2 hours. And I think
the first Jaws is over well over.
it's
not
well over. I think it's
2 hours
just
10.
it's just something around there. Yeah. So to say, look, this one's more just a bit of a romp. Hour 29. That's all we need.
Yep.
To its credit.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have suck any enjoyment you can find out of this if you went on for longer. It looks amazing because obviously they've
It's in the Bahamas.
Yeah, they've gone to film on location, all that sort of jazz. And that's not just the location they're in. They've really gone to some lengths to show it
Michael
off.
Caine looks great.
Yeah, they've got some really good aerial shots. They've got some lovely shots just down on the beach. That scene where Michael Caine, Hoagie, and her go for a drink in the bar on the beach. Yes, please. He goes two Bahama Mamas. I said, yeah, I'd like a Bahama Mama in that bar.
I don't know what it is,
Thank
but
you
I'll have
very
it.
much.
Thank you.
It's rum banana liqueur, and pineapple and orange juice.
Did you know this, or did you look this up?
Well, I knew what a banana mama was, or I'd had a banana mama that was that thing.
Okay. But they had a Bahama.
Bahama Mama turns out was the same thing from the listing I've seen. But there's always a bit of variation on these things, isn't there? And going back to the beach and how great it looks. Did they open up when they're first flying in with going over parasailing?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. I mean, that just looks really good because you get all the.
Have you done it?
The blues. I have been parasailing. Actually,
Yeah, me too. When I was a kid, I wanted to go last summer.
Where was that? Turkey.
Yeah. I can't remember why we didn't though.
Do you remember
the cost of it
from a kid?
Yeah. I did like a with an adult, doing it alongside an adult thing. It was fun.
It was very, very bumpy from what I remember.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I remember being like dunked in, like they let you down, dunk you in your feet, and then take off again, and up you go.
I don't think we did that.
Yeah, that was quite fun. But anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Just saying how like how great it looks because it's got that actually similar to exactly what you've just done there. Like holiday thing.
Yeah,
that's fun. Yeah. And it's similar to that actually. When I can't remember if it's the bar scene or whether it's I think it's later on when the little kid is in danger of getting eaten. They're on the banana boat.
Banana boat. Yeah.
You don't see banana boats around these days much anymore.
Again, I think I have seen them in the last couple of holidays. They've had them as part of the water sports. They again have been on a banana boat. Was disappointed.
Oh really? I loved it. I went out as a kid.
Yeah, no, I went when I was maybe like 18 or something.
Okay.
And
I was more like 12, I think.
I was expecting it to be like a wild ride and being thrown off and stuff, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
I think I kind of like ended up sort of half throwing myself off just because I was a bit like, come on.
Yeah.
This is how it's meant to go, isn't it? So you sort of like, I fell over. I fell over again.
Yeah, I think I did it in Cornwall in this country, so maybe it was a bit choppy.
Oh yeah. I fancy that.
But yeah, no, it's all good stuff. There's a really cool bit. I guess you'd call it a little set piece where he does his rapid ascent after he's been through the shipwreck. He's been scuba diving, and he rigs his tanks to like do the.
Yeah,
I thought that was
Bond-esque.
It was very Bond-esque. What about scuba diving? You mean scuba diving?
Wait, no. Snorkeling, yes. Scuba diving, no.
Snorkeling, that doesn't count, does it?
No. Well, no. I was getting confused in my head which one was which, so I had to verbalise it for some reason.
Scuba diving is the one that we were just talking about in this film.
Yes, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
No, not done it. No, I don't know. I'm a little bit scared of dying.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good person to talk to then because I ran out of air on a scuba dive.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you were just like breathing along, having fun, and go like, "This is a bit more difficult to breathe now."
No, they give you you get taught some stuff for God's sake. They don't just like strap the tank on you, right?
Off you
See
go.
you in half an hour. You get taught like how to check it and like the signals to give your instructor and stuff like that.
Is it like Team America?
Yeah, they give me the secret signals. And although I will say, actually, this is all in. Oh no, I've been diving in a couple of places. We did it in Egypt as well. The first 5 dives I did, I think, were in the Dominican Republic, and this would have been dive 3. The first time we went out, they didn't teach us any of this stuff. So actually, had it been that time, I might have died.
Yeah.
The second time, they teach you like how to check it, and so I'm going around and I'm going. He goes, "Oh, you okay?" And I give him the signal for I'm low on air.
Fuck, mate.
Because he goes, if you get to 10, give him this signal. This means you're low on air. So I'm looking, it's 10 now, right? I'll give him low on air. And he just goes, yeah, you're okay. I was like, okay, he seems happy enough. Cool. So we swim around a bit more, and he goes, you okay? And I look down and he goes, no, I'm on 5 now. So I give him the I'm out of air sign, and he comes and checks my thing. He goes, nah, you're all right. I was like, oh, okay, he seems happy. We must be getting out. We weren't. In another 5 minutes, he comes up and went, yeah, you've had it. So I had to switch on to the wife's regulator. You get like 2 regulators on the tank. So I had to switch that, and then we finished the rest of the dive in linked hands. So yeah, you'd shit your pants if that happened,
romantic.
I suppose. Yeah. But that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, it's the fear of not like suffocating, not drowning, not whatever, just dying.
Yeah, you could die. I would like to go wreck diving like he does here, though. That'd be cool. But you need a certification for that.
No. Unless you pull mezcal, and then you just make
you just lie about it. Yeah. So that's cool. There's another really cool bit. Oh, there's a decent jump scare with the moray eel.
With the what?
Moray eel.
What happened then? I can't remember.
It just gets in his face, and we're like, oh shit!
When he's diving. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, it goes back to the director a bit here, though, because if that was Spielberg, it'd have been more tense beforehand, and then you'd have had the jump scare.
That's almost like the release.
We'd have lingered on it for longer. In this film, you go, okay, what's going on? Ah! All right, off we go. Then that's that. On to the next thing. Yeah.
Speaking of scuba diving, going back to the original Jaws, in like the shark cage.
Yeah.
Where they put the shark cage.
Haven't done that.
Yeah.
Friend of mine's done that, the psycho.
Would you not fancy that?
Yes, but I'm scared of dying.
Yeah, but like, it's not going against Jaws, like sharks.
No, but have you not seen the videos where it does go wrong?
No.
It's pretty scary.
I mean, now I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
I kind of thought it was pretty foolproof, like you're in a metal cage. What are they going to do? I suggested that to Theo, who gave it was a hard pass. He was like, no. Like, looked at me like, are you mental? I don't want to do that.
He's only 10, to be fair. Give him a chance.
Yeah, no, but no fear. He shouldn't have the fear. He should just be like, yeah, that sounds awesome. No, he's already got the fear of dying.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you watch Jaws with him?
Yes.
Oh, did he like it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he was. There was moments where he was just like,
yeah, let's see how he gets in the water next time now.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the bay full of swimmers as she's unveiling her artwork. That's when we get the banana boat and the shark nearly kills them. Land in the water on the plane. Very, very cool. Land in the water on the plane.
What?
Land in the plane on the water.
I mean, water planes generally are awesome.
Yes.
Like as a concept and cinematically seeing them
but that wasn't
take off.
That wasn't it, though.
Oh, you mean I see what you mean. Yes,
he was just in a normal plane,
and
he
okay, sorry.
he put it down so they could. Michael Caine taking action. He was just like, no, we got to go down there now.
Yeah.
After she's like sailed out to presumably offer the shark out or something. I don't know what she was thinking.
Surely it should have had a seaplane. Come on.
Yeah, think where you're
Think
flying.
where you are. Come on.
I did spot another movie trope: banging on electronic equipment to make it work.
Yes. Hold on, this is telling me something I don't want it to tell me.
Yeah.
No, it seems fine.
Yeah,
it seems legit.
Mm-hmm. What about? This is a bit of a digression from the film. Iconic voices, right? Michael Caine, obviously.
Yes. Without
Christopher Walken.
Mm-hmm.
Who else you got?
Well, Pacino.
Yes, that's a good shout. Yeah, he's got an iconic voice. Morgan Freeman was the other one.
Morgan Freeman, yeah. Hard to do an impression of Morgan Freeman. Like, I don't see many Morgan Freeman impressions.
Do you remember that advert for More Than?
Yes.
That was just a white guy, and it was just, hi, I'm More Than Freeman.
More Than Freeman, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Any other iconic voices?
Yeah, it's like Pacino's a good shout. I hadn't thought of that one.
Nothing
It's
springing.
not as much of a thing as you think.
Yeah, I mean, there's like impressionable actors like Nick Cage and stuff that you can do it, but like he's not like he wouldn't talk. It's more how he talks rather than his voice, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. That you'd maybe do the impression of there. Oh, well, James L. Jones.
Oh yes, that's a good shout.
Yeah, I think that'll do for now.
Yeah, no, it's not as much of a thing as you think, but Michael Caine's definitely got one. So production. This is easiest for me in terms of positivity mostly because of the location they're in.
Yeah.
And how good it looks from that sort of viewpoint. There are a couple of, like I say, with the rapid ascent and landing the plane on the water, there are a couple of genuinely decent set pieces. Obviously done practically, look really good. And an hour 29 does now state its welcome, so that's good.
So counterpoints.
Mm-hmm.
Some very strange choices with effects. So at one point, a shark eats a boat, and then there's blood in the water.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
I mean, that's not... Yeah, okay.
Very odd.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense.
I have to say that's not the worst, but yeah.
No. At the end, when they're in the very obviously a tank, with the background, the clouds and things like that, it's just like, what? It doesn't look real in any way, shape, or form. I will say that Michael Caine's hair looks lovely. Best he's ever looked. Lovely little tight curls.
Yeah.
Lovely. However, the shark, it's not the best shark that they've had in the series of films, I would say. Very rubbery looking.
Yeah. They do show a little too much of it at times as well. And for too long.
Yeah, indeed. In terms of the score, so the Jaws theme is still there. The John Williams thing, that's good. The rest of the music done by Michael Small. Obviously doesn't quite have the same impact. Although, what I will say about the original Jaws, watching it, there were a couple of times where Williams' music did not entirely match the tone of the type of film that it was in at the time. Like when they were basically the whole time they were on the boat, hunting the shark and stuff, and they were kind of in peril. And then the score would just go into some quite light-hearted little
depends
little
at which
jaunts.
Depends at which point you mean. Is that before or after it's attacked them?
Because
it was before.
I think maybe before.
Because it was before for me. That worked because it's like the pick me up high scene. This is exciting. We are going to get them now. We've been very reactive this whole time. Now we're being proactive. So I quite enjoyed that.
Okay.
I will not be defending the soundtrack in this film.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it, but it definitely didn't stand out as being good. Let's put it that way.
No, it did not.
What else you got?
Nothing on production, really.
Okay, well, the critics say that the pacing leaves a lot to be desired, and the moment of attack sequences full of jagged cuts and a great deal of noise, more closely resembling the view from inside a washing machine.
Yeah, fine. I don't know if I agree with the pacing because it's an hour 29. It ain't that bad. It can't have been that bad. The cuts and all the rest of it, yeah, fair enough. I will say I thought there was one too many deaths, actually. Whereas Jaws is like a horror film, Jaws' Revenge is more like a bloody slasher thing. He's at him left, right, and centre. Bless him, the shark.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's only like 5 or something that it.
Yeah, but he also has like multiple goes at some of them as well. Where it's like, oh, we've only just missed out there. We've survived there. Yeah. So we see the shark a lot in this film.
Yeah, you definitely see it too early and too much for sure.
Yeah.
A couple of did you knows here, Carl. Did you know Michael Caine has never seen the film, but he has seen The House It Paid For?
I believe that, yeah.
So that is something that he trots out fairly often, right? And there was a good bit, I like to look on the IMDb trivia page. There's a great bit of made-up trivia on there that someone's obviously added, which says, Michael Caine is in the Guinness Book of World Records under the category of most told anecdote for a story about how he has never seen this movie, but he has seen The House It Paid For. At last count, he has told this publicly 174 times.
That's very Michael Caine, isn't he?
I just love that. It's like, that's clearly made up, but it's probably true to a degree as well. Another did you know? Did you know? I don't know if you watched till the end of the credits at the end of the film. Did you know they had a scientific consultant on this film? Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy, buddy, isn't it? Does a shark roar? Sure.
Yeah, stick it in.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But anyway, so well done, scientific consultant.
Yeah, good stuff.
Do you want a game?
I'd love a game.
Okay, so the game is called Name That Shark.
Hmm.
Okay, and Mr. Style over Substance here.
Yes.
I thought, you know what we've not done yet? We haven't done a theme song for a game.
Oh, okay.
Done a little theme song. So you ready?
Yeah.
Shark do 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 name that shark do 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 name that shark do do
Yeah.
name that shark
Very good.
name that shark.
Very good. Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah.
So there we go. So do you want to play a game of Name That Shark?
Dear me. Yes, I'd love to play a game of Name That Shark.
All right. So from the description of the movie, can you name the film?
Right.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Some of them are very easy.
Yeah.
Some of them a bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun with it.
I'm with you.
Okay. Nice and easy to start. When a massive killer shark unleashes chaos on a beach community off Long Island, it's up to a local sheriff, a marine biologist, and an old seafarer to hunt the beast down.
I'm glad you said old seafarer, because that rules out Jaws too, because I thought it could be
Exactly.
could be a cunt. So it's Jaws.
That is Jaws. Yep, correct. Well done. That's 1 out of 1. Well done. Okay. A rescue mission to the bottom of the ocean is terrorized by a massive prehistoric shark.
That's probably that bloody Meg, innit? The Meg. So yeah, let's go for that.
The Meg, correct. Well done. Okay. A police chief must protect the citizens after a second monstrous shark begins terrorizing the waters.
Oh yeah, I think we'll go Jaws 2 there. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Yeah, you're on a roll. A research team's journey into the depths of the ocean turns into chaos when a mining operation forces them into a battle of survival, facing off against megalodons and relentless environmental marauders.
Shit.
There's a clue in it. There's a clue in it.
Yeah. If there's a clue in it, that's thrown me. That you're saying there's a clue in it. I don't know.
Facing off against megalodons.
Yeah. So.
You've already had the Meg.
Oh, is it the Meg 2?
The Meg 2.
Oh, right.
The Trench.
Right, got you.
Yeah. Okay.
I've not seen those films, by the way.
All right. A giant 35-foot shark becomes trapped in a
Jaws
SeaWorld
3.
theme park.
Jaws 3D.
Yes, it is. Jaws 3D. Well done. Okay, you might not know this one. It's quite a new one. A group of 5 friends must fight for their lives in open water after a dream wedding turns into a nightmare.
Oh, a dream wedding.
Yeah.
Is this open water?
Oh no, that was was going to be one of the options, but no, it's a new one. That it's Something in the Water, 2024.
Yeah, not seen that.
A lot of shark films out there. Okay, this one you might not get it from the description, but it stars John Barrowman. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
So when 2 researchers discover a colossal shark's tooth off the Mexican coast, their worst fears surface. The most menacing beast to ever rule the waters is still alive and mercilessly feeding on anything that crosses its path.
Is this the Meg 3?
No.
What's the... It's the one that's like prehistoric, literally called prehistoric.
No.
Go on, what is it?
Shark Attack 3.
Shark Attack 3. Oh.
Well worth a watch. John Barrowman.
if you just said 1 or
superb.
2.
Yeah, you would have been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll get this one. When a freak hurricane swamps Los Angeles, nature's deadliest killer rules sea, land,
Oh, God,
and
it's
air.
Sharknado, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thousands of sharks terrorize
Yeah.
the waterlogged populace.
I've actually seen Sharknado.
Well done. Good stuff. Okay. As a mutated, 3-headed great white shark eats its way from one end of the ship to the next, the passengers have to fight the deadly predator using anything they can find.
Is this going to be something... I feel like this is going to be really on the nose as a title. So it's going to be like triple-headed shark or something. Is
Oh, so close. 3-headed shark attack.
it? Three-headed shark attack.
3-headed shark attack. Very close. Very close.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is related to one we've already had. So Finn has to go back in time to rejoin the shark battling friends to stop the first Sharknado and save humanity.
I mean, I suppose you just go Sharknado 2. But I bet there's a tagline to it.
Well, this isn't. Yeah, this is the 5th Sharknado, I think.
That's the 5th.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's going to be like Sharknado versus something. I don't know. Yeah, fuck knows, mate.
So it's the last Sharknado. It's about time. Searching for a cure to Alzheimer's disease, a group of scientists on an isolated research facility become the prey as a trio of intelligent sharks fight back.
I went to the cinema to watch this.
Me too.
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, Deep
Have
Blue
you seen
Sea.
Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3?
I have not.
Yeah.
I didn't realise
I
they
wouldn't
existed.
recommend it, but yeah, they exist. They exist.
Okay, you ready? There's a few more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shark films. Shaped like a demented starfish, a monster 5-headed shark terrorizes the open ocean before invading the beaches of Puerto Rico, endangering the once peaceful island paradise.
Is this 5-headed shark attack?
It is 5-headed shark
Yes,
attack.
come
Well
on.
done, well done. Okay, this one, I didn't realise this was a shark film, but see if you did, because you may have talked about it recently. 4 divers cross paths with drug smugglers in the Bahamas.
4 divers.
4 divers cross paths with drug smugglers in the Bahamas.
Well, that's just going to be. Oh shit! Which one of them was it? Into the Blue.
Into the Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there sharks in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Atten-
I was getting mixed up. Is it that one or is it Fool's Gold? Half what you say.
So, okay, penultimate one. Attendees of a marriage boot camp. Wait, a marriage boot camp? That makes no sense. Okay. Attendees of a marriage boot camp on a remote island have to fight a 6-headed shark that attacks the
Oh.
beach.
It must be 6-headed shark attack.
It's 6-headed shark attack. Well done. Yep. And then the last one. When a son of a gangster shark boss is accidentally killed while on the hunt, his would-be prey and his vegetarian brother decide to use the incident to their own advantage.
No idea.
It's got a shark tale.
Oh, I've not seen it.
No, animated one.
Yeah, not seen it.
Yeah. Well done. You did pretty well.
Yeah.
You got there's only like 3 that you didn't get.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So yeah, pretty good. Pretty
Very
good.
good.
There
You
you
want to play the theme tune again
hold
on the
yeah,
outro?
Yep.
Name that shark, do 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 do. Name that shark, do 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 do. Name that shark, do 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 do. Name that shark. Name that shark.
Okay, let's move on to the plot. And I found it interesting, Carl. So it's the opening, having watched Jaws directly before, and then watched this one. Do both the other 2 films also start the same with the sort of the trekking through the water kind of thing, sharks POV kind of view?
There is a bit of that in there. I don't know if they open with that.
Yeah,
There's a bit of that in Jaws.
Jaws, the first one definitely kind of has that. You kind of underwater and
Yeah,
it's
because the
kind of-
shark attack's right at the start in that one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
and this one does the same sort of thing where you see it.
I can't honestly remember. They must do.
I just wondered. Yeah, I wondered whether it was like just a. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's a
That's what
Jaws
they're doing.
thing,
It's a
yeah.
constant thing here. But anyway, that takes 2 minutes 40 whilst the credits are going. So yeah,
I mean, really, this is only an hour 20 of this film.
yeah, exactly. My main question for you, Carl, is this a Christmas movie?
Well, I have said, using the Die Hard justification, this is a Christmas movie, isn't it? Which means my official position is, don't be fucking stupid.
Am I right in thinking though that whilst they're in Amity, they mention Christmas being right on the eve of Christmas,
They're all singing and stuff as well.
Yeah.
There's a do going, yeah.
but then when they go to the Bahamas, is it not Christmas there?
I don't know. I mean, just after, isn't it, surely?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bury the guy first, haven't you?
What, bury what? I mean, there wasn't much left.
I don't know, the bit of his Mac that they found.
Of the weird pole thing that they
Yeah, the timber thing,
sinisterly zoomed in on as they were leaving. Just
Yeah.
like that was the real criminal.
Yeah, it was
wooden
the wood that
posts.
did it. Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, he'd still be alive.
Yeah.
God damn. So you're saying Christmas movie only on the Die Hard scale of Christmas movie?
Well, which means it's not a Christmas movie, but I will add it to my list of stuff that if people insist Die Hard is a Christmas movie, they will have to take this
okay.
with them.
So yeah. So what did you think of it being set at Christmas? Because all the others are set in summer, right?
Yeah, it's hard to overstate how little thought I gave to that.
So, right, the only reason I'm giving it any kind of mention, right, is because the first 2 obviously set in Amity, off Long Island. You couldn't set that in winter. Like, because no one would be in the bloody
yeah,
water, right?
yeah.
It'd be
chilly.
the sharks would be like, this is boring,
Yeah.
or whatever. So
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, look, he'll even come get him in the cold.
right, yeah, but they set this in winter, right? It couldn't be in Amity, right? It wouldn't make any sense. Hence the move to the Bahamas. Right? There's a move to the Bahamas. It always drives the move to it. It kind of makes a bit of sense. I don't know.
Well, you see, my take on that is, if you're fed up of shark attacks, maybe move inland, Mrs. Brody. So you're saying it makes a bit of sense. It's a time of year thing. I'm saying you want to get away from sharks. Have you considered inland somewhere?
Well,
you don't have to go far.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, you would think moving 1,142 miles away from Amity to the Bahamas would be fairly safe. Bet from the vengeful shark. But then I did research, Carl.
a lot of sharks around there, though.
Yeah, but it's this particular shark, remember? It's not all sharks against them. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
How would they communicate to each other and identify? That'd be ridiculous. It wouldn't make any sense.
No, I'm sorry. I've taken that too far.
You have. But great white sharks can travel up to 25 miles per hour. So that 1,142 miles, it would only take them 46 hours of swimming
Wow.
to get there. And there's a direct route to the Bahamas
There's
as
a
well.
direct route, yeah.
Yeah, through the
It's
sea.
called the sea. Yeah.
So you know, at first I was like, well, that's ridiculous that it's followed. It's like, that's 2 days of swimming. That's nothing to a
It's
shark.
nothing. Yeah.
Not this shark. No, it's full of vengeful hate.
Does it in its sleep. That's before you even think about currents.
Exactly. Yeah, or raisins.
Very good. Very good.
So the opening scenes in Amity, I'm quite on board with how this film opens.
It's much more in the tone of the first two.
Yeah, and which I think when critics called it predictable, this is my first little pushback because I was a little bit surprised, right? So they start revealed that the kid is now
Yeah.
a
The dumb police chief, as you say.
the retarded one, yeah. You get the old Rob Schneider. That's not right. Roy Schneider on the wall. So it's obviously he's conked it. You've revealed that. You've got the little skit with the police secretary person, whoever that is, where talking about cow tipping and keeps leaving and getting called back, and he's coming in and doing that. It's
You
just
ever been cow tipping?
No,
No one has it, so it can't be done.
Is it, what? Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I also did find it quite surprising, right? That Sean Brody, I was kind of like going, oh, right, I see what they're doing here. Father has passed it down to son. Son's going to do all this thing. It's going to be son against the shark. But then Sean Brody, he's off.
Yeah.
He goes to rescue the bit of wood.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Tasty
bit of
arm you've got
wood.
there, son.
Oh, yeah. So I thought he would be there, but no, he's gone.
Yeah.
Although bit the arm, I was just like, he can't survive. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just that. I mean, firstly, that arm came off like
Yeah.
just straight off. Thought he might survive, but alas,
No.
dead in the first 5-10 minutes of the film.
I don't, like I said to you earlier, I don't
Surprised me.
think I would call this plot predictable. And as I've also said, I understand why they're going after the Lorraine Gary, the Mrs. Brody storyline to try and explore what was the effect on her and the town and all the rest of it. You know, I'll even give you a pass for not moving inland and going to... She's moving with her son, right, where he's working. He's a marine biologist. He's going to be by the sea.
Marine biologists, they tend to work near water.
You would think,
generally,
yeah, exactly,
nearly,
right.
Nearly always.
So I'll give all that a pass. Of course, the mistakes are the psychic voodoo bullshit.
Which, by the way, they don't mention voodoo.
No, they don't know. Yeah.
However, the novelisation of the movie, very much a strand. And this is where I think they went wrong.
I mean, you say they don't mention voodoo. Jake actually does mention voodoo.
Oh, I didn't listen to anything he said because it was.
Well, that's understandable.
But they actually in the
I added the bullshit.
Yeah. In the novelisation of it, it's a proper strand of it. It's a.
They're trying to like say, oh, sharks can do this, you know.
No, well, it's so Michael, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he has an argument, or gets into trouble with one of these voodoo guys. So then the voodoo guy puts the curse on the shark or on the family, whichever way, for it to. And whilst that is mental and ridiculous,
Yes.
it would at least explain a little bit,
Yes.
give a little bit of direction as to why is this random shark trying to kill them
Yeah.
actively and traveling 1,200 miles with which to do so?
It wouldn't have taken much. They could have even gone just one line, something like, "Oh, it must have been a baby that was in the water that we never knew about," or something. I don't know.
There's no good way.
No, there isn't
because
a
it
good way.
makes no sense.
But I do wonder if the worst way wasn't to do what they've done, which is nothing.
Yes, and just assume. And actually, this is some a good quote as well that Ellen, where she just kind of talking about how she'd be like proper convinced that it's the shark that is coming for.
Oh, yeah, because it waited all this time and it came for him.
Which just goes,
which shark is this?
He waited. It's just like What do you mean he waited? This is a different shark. Like, what do you mean? Like, you waited?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Makes no sense.
I mean, ultimately, the shark is psychic, and so is she.
Yeah. Well,
Because
indeed, right?
Obviously, she's like, I think there's a bit when she's walking down the street and she just suddenly had the
Shark.
Michael's getting attacked on the boat and she's just like, oh, like, what's going on?
So yes, it's exactly. So it's when Ellen and Hoagie are at that party, right? Her sharky senses start tingling.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I would have loved, right? Just lean into the ridiculousness, and the film ends not with how it ends, but with her essentially talking sweetly to the shark's ears, gills, whatever they have, and just telling it it's all okay. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. And the shark just swimming away.
Yeah, after crying.
That's it. Yeah,
have a good old cry first, isn't it?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. What are they studying, by the way? Because they just seem to be like collecting conch shells.
The migration of them.
But what are they doing to them?
Tagging them.
Oh, okay.
To see where they go.
Right, fair enough. Yeah.
I don't think it's an important plot point.
No, I still have nightmares whenever I see a conch shell. Though, yeah.
Why?
Have you ever eaten conch?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's like a giant sea snail.
All right.
Yeah, I've eaten it. Accidentally.
Accidentally?
No, I thought it was pork.
Pork?
Yeah, I thought it was pork.
Is this in which?
It's just a restaurant.
Yeah, but where are we talking?
I was in the Dominican Republic.
Language then in Dominican is?
Well, there's still conch in it.
Oh, right.
Oh, they speak Spanish, so I was like, oh, do you know what? Like cochon, that's like pig in French.
Sure.
So maybe conch is like similar to Latin languages. Conch doesn't mean pork.
No,
it means conch.
Yeah. And how was it?
The flesh of it is like a rubbery mushroom.
I mean, you're a bit weird with the textures anyway.
Really not. Now the guts of it, like stewed meat, lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still didn't know. We're picking through it and we're going, not sure.
What was it served in or with? Or
it was like a little bit like a stew.
So it's like with like veggies and
yeah. And then we went to this like marine park the next day, and on one of the signs there was like endangered species list. Don't eat these. I think it even said don't eat these, right?
Don't cook them and serve them in a bloody restaurant.
And then on the top was like Queen Conch. I was like, oh fuck! Just showed a big shell. I'm like, oh, that's what that was.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it again. I don't think.
Well, fair enough.
Have you ever had snails?
No, I've had frogs.
I've never had snails. I'd had frog legs. Yeah.
Not had snails.
I've never had snails, but I don't think I would now after having had the mother.
I'll try everything once, you know. But then, okay, I'm gonna just temper that. I'll try most things once. They're edible and should be edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about sex. That's still all on the
Oh, that's
menu.
fine.
Yeah.
Anything once.
Yeah. 3 times just to be sure.
Yeah.
Just want to try it and rule it out. It's disgusting.
Right, another subplot which was abandoned, which apparently again was originally in there, was that Hoagie is a drug smuggler.
That would have made more sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because as it is, he's just basically a bit of a cad who just gambles
Yeah,
too
what
much.
are you yeah,
like what are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that would have made a load of sense.
But then you make it too long, don't you? And
just allude to it. Even just some allusion to it, you know, just like What is this giant package of white powder that we're transferring?
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
I don't know, something, or just someone going, Augie, when are you going to sort me out? Or, something like that. I like. I thought it seemed like really rounded out that character.
Yeah, I would have liked that. Yeah.
Right, question for you again. After the banana boat incident,
Yes.
what was Ellen's plan when she just went out on the boat on her own?
Well, this is what I said to you earlier. What was she going to do? Just offer it out? She was just going to square up to it and nut it or something? I don't know.
Maybe she was going to use her sharky senses, and maybe that was when she was going to do the.
I have no idea. It reminded me a lot of a Josh Brolin film I watched last year.
No Country for Old Men.
No. And I'm going to have to look it up to find out what it is. But he plays a firefighter, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Well, that rings a bell, though.
He actually does this twice in the movie, right? He offers a fire out for a physical fight. He does it twice. He's got like these little monologues, and he's like staring down this fire, and he offers it outside. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you. So like, yeah. So I was reminded of that. I was like, Ellen Brody, that's what she's got. Big Josh Brolin energy.
I mean, it's less stupid speaking to a shark. There's a chance it could understand. I mean, a fire.
Also, you can physically,
Wrestle with
unlikely,
it.
yeah, you can physically overpower a shark. Like it's a possibility.
A fire.
Yeah,
no.
Trixie. Not so much,
Trixie to keep hold of a fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, Carl, which version of this movie did you watch?
Only the Brave, that film was.
I don't think I have seen it.
It's not a good film. Which version of this did I watch?
Yeah.
Ooh.
When it comes to the ending, there is multiple versions.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yes. So
I
depending
watched
on...
one where the shark inexplicably blew up.
Yes, me too. Yes. So apparently, depending on the version you watched, either the shark dies of its wounds after being stabbed with said thing, and thrashes around a bit and causes the boat to break apart, or the shark suddenly explodes.
Yeah.
With footage from Jaws. The first,
is it?
The first film.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no, but
The explosion
yeah.
part. The exploding shark part.
Yeah.
Just Jaws. Blows the boat apart.
Yeah.
The latter version also reveals that Jake, in fact, survived the encounter with the shark, relatively light injuries. Was that the version we watched?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake survives, yeah.
Yeah. How did Jake should not have survived?
No, weird.
Did you?
Really weird.
It's
It's almost like they went, we can't fall into the black guy dies.
I mean, he got eaten
trope.
in half. I mean,
So we better bring him back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should have just killed him.
yeah.
In my version, Cuba Gooding Jr. dies.
Sure. So yeah, they're getting stabbed by the prow. Is that a thing? Prow, the sticky out thing.
I was thinking a bit of it. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
It's kind of what happens, right? They just kind of
Bow, isn't it?
bow,
Yeah, bow.
not prow.
I mean, that might be a thing as well. But the front of your boat's the bow. Stern's the back.
Yeah.
You're more familiar with the stern, are you?
It's like a friend's line, isn't it? Bow or stern
Yeah.
of the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't make any sense. The exploding shark.
No, terrible. Also, by the way, coming back, she's psychic again because she has a flashback, right, to Brody.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there,
No.
but all right, we might just be seeing that. No, because she repeats his line. So, come and get me, you son of a bitch, or something like that. I was like, you weren't there, love. What are you talking about? Maybe that's what he says to her in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
she's like, tell me again what you said to it. It's like, it's horned up in it.
That's it.
Hey, speaking of horned up, what did you think about the knickers pull and twang?
Well, yeah,
like
we've talked about a couple of the sexy time moments, right? It comes back to one of my favourite lines in there that we'll get to in a second. But yeah, I mean, sure. I mean,
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
just dig down, swing your knickers at me. I'm yours.
A bold move in white ones, I thought. She didn't even really check him first.
She twisted him up. You wouldn't be able
that's
to-
true, yeah.
yeah. It's
She
tactics
had him
there.
on all day, though, hadn't she? I mean,
Well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she put him on a special just to take off.
that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
You got anything else in the old plot, you?
No, I mean, look.
Oh, I was going to ask you: have you ever flown in a little plane?
No.
Would you?
I've done a helicopter.
Would you? Yeah. Would you fly in one of those little planes?
Well, probably, but I can imagine it's very scary.
Mm.
My missus has done an internal flight in Egypt, and she said that was on quite a small plane.
Like, yeah, but that would be like what, 20 people or something.
Yeah, not like a little Cessna type thing. No.
I mean, I've been on a like an aisle with one seat either side
Right.
thing with like propeller plane
Yeah, I've not
thing
done that,
in America, like on a short little hop over.
No.
That was bad enough. But
Yeah.
in a proper like 3-seater.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Ooh,
But I imagine it's pretty
Yeah,
scary. I think it would though.
really fun or just terrifying. And
Well, I mean, the helicopter's really fun.
we've already been over my helicopter experience though, so
Yes, your Grand Canyon.
yeah.
To me, that felt like almost like you were flying around in a remote control thing,
Yeah.
like the way they just throw it around. But yeah, no, it could be scary.
Sorry. I interrupted you anyway. So what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, look, like, we know this isn't a good film. We know that. It's not a 2% bad film. That's silly. There are some real strengths in the production. The plot, less so. I think it's fair to say.
It's a stupid plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a silly plot. But that is not to say that you can't have fun with a silly plot.
That's true.
How serious do you think this film is taking itself?
This is a bit of a problem, isn't it? I don't think it quite knows. It can't be as serious as Jaws.
There's some proper jokey parts, right, on the boat and stuff, and there's a few lines that are like clever-ish lines and stuff, and quite jokey.
Yeah.
Michael Caine's not a serious character; like he's
No.
constantly sort of joking and laughing, and
He's just a cad, isn't he?
yeah. It's really only the Ellen that's being dead serious, and Michael to a lesser degree as well.
Yeah, I do think that is the problem. It doesn't quite know, because if it doesn't take itself seriously, it's not a problem that the plot's silly.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just lean into it, but it does take itself a little bit too seriously at times.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, can we seriously not come up with anything better than the psychic shark? There must be another reason the shark wants to kill you.
Like your perfume or something. It's just it's just catnip for sharks.
Like, for God's sake. But yeah, there we go.
All right. All right, let's move on to any changes. So a section where each of us come up to 3 changes. Up to 3 changes. I really need to write that so I can actually say it. Every single week. I've not got it right.
Well, I mean,
how many have you got?
Yeah, plenty of things you don't get right. 2.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I have two as well.
They might be the same.
What's your number 2?
My number 2, which I have conveniently written first in my notes. That's
Weird.
how I like to do things. So that's thing first. You've got to get rid of the psychic shark. No, I'm not saying I've got a better way to do it.
I'd say just go to the voodoo.
Well, maybe this
Just
is
lean
it,
into
yeah.
the voodoo. That's
maybe
my
you
change.
need
Just
to lead into it. Yeah.
it at least partly explains it, even in a bullshit way.
But as is, it's such a fucking lightning rod for the criticism of this film.
You've got nowhere to go with it. Like
Yeah.
it's just no. Like add the voodoo. Yeah, you put a curse on a shark. Fine, let's go with
Yeah.
that. Come on, it's ridiculous, but who cares?
Yeah. The other thing, and I guess this is more if you were wanting to do a more serious film. It's a shame that Chief Brody's death was so brushed over.
Just a heart attack.
Yeah, just a heart attack because he was paralysed by fear or whatever. I feel like it would have been quite. I know you don't necessarily have to have him in the film, but they could have talked about it a bit more. As like what it did with him, how it had crippled him, the impact it had had on him, like the damage on the town it had done. I want to see the fucking mayor doing time. That's what I want to see. Let's see the impacts of this bloody thing.
Did the mayor appear in like the second one?
Yeah, he was in the second one.
As still the mayor.
Yeah, and still been like, no, don't worry about all this.
I haven't learned anything.
Yeah. So I want to see him doing some bloody bird. That's what I want to see. So yeah, let's see the bloody impacts of that and make it hit a bit harder.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to fit in with the tone of this.
No,
one,
well, this is
but,
the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. My one is just to put back in the plot line of Hokey being a drug smuggler.
Yeah, it's good. I like that
I
one.
think it would round out that character like nicely.
Yeah, I like that.
Otherwise, perfect. No changes.
Said no one ever.
Alrighty, let's go on to the data section. So we start with our ratings and IMDb 3.0. Pretty low. Letterboxd slightly higher, 1.6. Not a lot higher, but some. And Metascore 15. So that's the most consistent you're ever likely to see, really, between all 3 of those. Nominations
Razzies.
7 Razzie nominations. Yeah. So we got Worst Picture.
Yeah.
We got Worst Actor for Bruce the Shark.
Okay.
Yep. We got Worst Actress for Lorraine Gary.
No.
Yeah.
It's too harsh.
Worst Supporting Actor for Michael Caine.
No, I think that's a bit harsh.
Yeah. I mean, it's Michael Caine. I get it. Like, he's not in a good film here, and he's usually more serious and stuff, but come on. Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Visual Effects.
I don't think worst visual effects.
Only, that's the one it won, was the visual effects.
No.
One. But yeah.
I mean, it's not Jaws good, but it's not worst visual effects bad.
Yeah. Best scene, Carl. What have you got? I struggled a little bit here.
Well, I think there's a couple. I mean, I could have picked any of the sort of more holiday vibe ones where they're in a bar and they're the banana boat, or, the just some aerial shots, beautiful. I think there's a jump scare in there that's really good, although they don't make of it what they should have done. I think it's really smart the way he does his he's swimming around the wreck and then he does his rapid ascent with the oxygen tank. That's really good. But my favourite one is the when he lands in the plane in the water. I think it looks really cool. It's very, very cool from a sort of plot point of view, from a character point of view. Yeah, good. Like it.
I think mine's going to have to be that early on one with the retarded cop. With just
a little... get nom 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 nom.
Yeah. just the little back and forth with the secretary and the cow tipping.
Another Brody. Nom 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 nom.
All that, sure.
Yeah.
Best quote. I've got a few for this.
Well, I've got it's Jake. Come on, man. Sharks don't. I'm not going to do the voice.
No, go on.
Well, it's really bad, isn't it?
It's as good as his.
Sharks don't commit murder. Tell me you don't believe in that voodoo, and then I've added bullshit on the end.
Yeah. Which is probably in the script. Let's face it.
Yeah. Well, it's in the Thing script, wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
You believe in this voodoo bullshit?
So some of my favourites. So where Ellen shouts...
Is that even him, by the way? I've given that to Jake. I might have just done the voice,
right.
voice for no reason.
I think you're right. Yeah,
okay. Sorry, go on.
So Ellen goes to Jake, where are you going? And he shouts, nowhere, as he starts just sprinting along the beach.
Yeah,
which then leads to nothing.
Has he just decided he wants to get a run in?
I don't know. That's it there. Then it just cuts away to something else.
Yeah.
No link whatsoever to anything. It's just
I wonder what was originally in
the edit. But the line, a couple of lines. So there's a line from, what's his name, Jake. If mediocrity were fattening, you'd all be whales.
Oh, nice.
Cutting.
Yeah.
But the one I liked most was, I've always wanted to make love to an angry welder. I've dreamed of nothing else since I was a small boy.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Since you were a small boy?
Yeah, high on the list.
All right.
Yeah, problematic. Yeah.
Okay, fine. But, there's some fun. There's a few fun lines in there. That was a couple of them. Favourite character? Hoaxster?
Carla, I suppose.
Carla? Not Hoagie? Don't like a Hoagie?
Yeah, Hoagie, maybe. But with Carla, there's not as much to pick at with her, really. Hoagie, I suppose you could say a bit like, what's this?
Is Carla just the horny wife?
Yeah, Carla's the horny wife. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, Hoagie, I suppose, yeah.
I think Hoagie. Yeah. Okay. Hybrid time, Carl.
Yes.
You got any?
No.
All right, how about this?
I mean, I have, but not for this.
I was like,
not for this film.
I've got a few options. I'm going to keep going until you've heard of until you've watched one.
Okay.
So, obviously, Jaws the Revenge is Jaws crossed with John Wick.
Yeah, not seen it.
So, a relentless quest for revenge sparked by the loss of a beloved dog. Replace dog with shark, and right? How about Jaws crossed with Old Boy? You seen Old Boy?
Nope.
All right, fine. Jaws crossed with Taken.
Yeah.
And revenge. The shark is like, I will find you in the Bahamas. I will kill you. Yeah. Or Jaws crossed with the Equalizer. Just Denzel the shark. It's all revenge plot
yeah, but
here.
none of it's psychic, is it?
That's true. Is there a film where there is a psychic, vengeful thing? So you're saying no to all of these? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm most drawn to
John
Jaws
Wick.
and Taken.
John Wick is Taken or John Wick, because they're a bit over the top and a bit silly.
Yeah.
so that it would kind of fit in the tone a little
But I haven't
bit.
seen. Let's go with Jaws and Taken. I've seen those.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. We'll go with that one. Okay. Have you got any others?
Yeah. So unconnected to this film.
Yeah.
The Running Man.
Arnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And In Time.
In Time, the Justin Timberlake one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets you to the Hunger Games.
So
So I'm in the Hunger Games.
have you seen the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The Running
What do
Man.
you think of the Hunger Games?
Shite, mate.
Ooh.
Oh, for God's sake. The Running Man is basically the Hunger Games,
Yeah.
right?
That's why I'm not really seeing where In Time comes in.
Because the Hunger Games, all that introduces is a silly teen sort of up-to-date, sort of flashy veneer to it. And it also introduces this concept of...
Time as currency.
No, yeah, but time is currency, but it's still all dealing with class inequality, right? But it also very literally introduces the zones. So you move through various zones and people get richer, they've got more time as they go up, or they've got more resources in the Hunger Games world as you move up. So
I haven't seen The Running Man.
yeah, that's a gap, isn't
So I
it?
struggle with that one.
Yeah, it's a gap.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that then.
Put a pin in that one. We can revisit. Not saying it's wrong.
Well, it's not wrong, but you are.
Quite possibly.
Right,
Top 3?
top 3.
Monster movies. Right. Just as a little primer here,
All right,
ones I've not included.
right.
Jurassic Park. I've not included because they aren't monsters.
Yeah,
They're dinosaurs.
yeah,
It's not their fault.
yeah.
Come on. And I've also not included Monsters Inc. Monsters in it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's not a
Not really
monster
what we're
movie,
going
is
for.
it? Yeah, not a monster movie.
Okay, so they're out. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Any just missed outs for you that have worthy mentions?
The Mummy,
Which one?
the Brendan Fraser one.
Okay, good. Yeah, fair. Yeah. That's good shout. Yeah.
I mean, Alien, sure. I don't need to rewatch that. I didn't love it, to be honest.
Alien.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which, I suppose you could then say Aliens. But,
Oh, I will.
Alien versus Predator.
Okay.
Prey.
Predator. We're going on a Predator theme here.
So would you like to guess my top 3?
Predator 1, Predator 2.
No, not Predator 2. No, Jesus Christ.
So a couple I want to say just missed out. Lake Placid. Fond memories of Lake Placid.
Yeah.
I think that's quite silly, if I remember right. I'll have to rewatch that
That's
one.
right, yeah. I have seen that once upon a time. I think that's silly.
Yeah, A Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, yes.
Which again, fond memories of watching that in the cinema as well.
Yeah, but I've seen it since this.
Yeah, I've not. Yeah, hence why it didn't make the top 3 because I definitely couldn't put it in there. But your top 3 will be The Thing,
Yeah.
Predator,
Yeah.
and King Kong.
Are you on glue?
You like King Kong?
What film are we?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, this one, Jaws, of course. Sorry, not this one,
right.
but Jaws. Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean that's literally top of mind.
Yeah.
So apologies for that one.
The Thing, Predator, Jaws. There we go.
I thought King Kong might have made an honourable mention for you. So I quite like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not.
Will is going to be creaming himself / frothing at the mouth again that one of his favourite topics is coming up, and we're not having any love for the old kaiju movies, Godzilla's and all of
I've not
those.
seen the original ones though.
No, but he loves all that.
Yeah.
But no. So anyway, so which order have you got those in?
The
Jaws
order you
1.
said.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Go me.
Thing third, Predator second. Jaws, not King Kong first.
So Aliens, we've talked about briefly. That's number 3 for me.
Yeah.
Like Aliens. 2, one we haven't talked about, Cloverfield. Big weakness for Cloverfield. Really enjoyed it in cinema. Rewatched it afterwards as well. Rewatched it since, and I'm a big fan of it.
Couldn't get through it.
Couldn't get through it. We could get through it.
Well, I started watching it one day and went, "Nah, it's not for me." Turned it off. Well, I don't know what to tell you, mate.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
And then number 1 is obviously Jaws.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's very good.
Yeah.
In it. So
I'm a fan. I'll admit.
yeah, very good. All right. Should we go on to the classics collection, Carl?
Oh yeah.
All right. So, quick recap. Needs stamina, needs girth, broad appeal, has that penetration. So, memorable characters, lines, or scenes, preferably all of them.
Yeah.
So far, quick rundown: Apocalypse Now, Star Wars, Jaws, The Godfather, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, Predator, Toy Story, The Matrix, Good Will Hunting, Scarface, Pulp Fiction, Schindler's List, Shawshank Redemption, Indiana Jones, and Goodfellas.
Yep.
What's your entry or your submission for today? Oh, wait, we've got some that we need to
Yeah, do you want to do
adjudicate
those
on.
first?
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
adjudicate on the submissions.
Right. So, Johnny.
Yeah. He's come back for more. Did he
Yes.
get any in the first time? Did we reject all of them?
He sent us in 4. We rejected 2 of them,
And we revisited,
and we're revisiting 2 because you hadn't seen it.
which were...
I can't remember.
damn it. Okay, I didn't write them. I did write them down, but I didn't.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
He's had them to
So, The Shining first up.
I mean, yes, in the stamina, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Penetration, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Broad appeal. Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm struggling to argue, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We can't put it in. I've not seen it.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll have to put a pin in that one then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna... It should... I think it probably should be.
Psycho. Hitchcock.
I mean, similar, I would say, in terms of definitely stood the test of time. Your mum will have heard of it. And definitely got the memo. You haven't seen it, have you?
I've seen it, but a long time ago.
Yeah, I watched it as part of the IMDb Top 100.
Yeah,
viewing.
it's a long time ago for me.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it probably does tick the boxes, but I can't.
It's not one of my favourite evers or anything like
No,
that. That's the thing.
yeah.
So this is where I get resistant, where it's like, well, I don't absolutely love it or anything like that.
It's our list. It's our list.
Yeah. So it probably is a classic. Is it part of the Movie The Needle Classics
Yeah, we'll
collection?
see. Maybe I'll watch it and
Okay, pin in that one as well.
I'll
Johnny,
fight you on that,
I'm so sorry. Right, you're going to get one in eventually. Any more?
Kate, his good lady wife.
Oh, yeah. It's in.
Hey. Confident. Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm tempted to put that one in just to piss off Johnny.
Yeah, because you've gone, we'll put a pin in that. The rest of that. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm down for that. That's quite funny. I mean,
Yeah?
yeah.
All right, Ghostbusters is in. I do
Oh,
quite like...
you'll like this one as well because Johnny says he's less sure on this one.
Oh, okay.
He says Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
So if he's less sure on that, we should put that one in as well. He does say because it's got iconic scenes, lines, and characters, which it does. It's true.
Yep. That's the one... I always get confused with Full Metal Jacket. I don't know why I
Kubrick,
get
innit?
confused with it. Yeah, it's the one that basically feels like 2 films, right?
Yeah, you've got Boot
you've
Camp
got the boot
first,
camp one
yeah.
and the yeah, okay, fine.
Private Pilot.
Just checking I
all the
was
rest of it.
talking about just checking I'm talking about the right film. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fairly happy for that.
I think
one
so.
to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the cut of that one's jib.
All right, Full Metal Jacket's in.
And then he does have one more.
More.
He has
Spread
one
them out,
more.
Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Silence of the Lambs.
I mean, it's definitely penetrated. It's got this longevity. It's got the stamina there. Broad appeal. I've not seen it for a long time, since I was probably a teenager.
I've never seen it.
Oh, well, we can't put it in then.
No.
Should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd quite like to rewatch that.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
So,
Never
Johnny,
really- never really
tip
been
for
asked,
you.
mate.
Pick a film that we've seen, both of us, and then
Don't bite the hand that feeds. Jesus Christ. We want more of these.
Have you got
suggestions.
any submissions?
Yeah. So, let me see. I've got one I know you love, and one I'm pretty sure you like, but you might say, so how obvious is your suggestion?
Oh, it's come up. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
It's of the more recent of the end of that we've been going for. So.
Okay. I think this is a safe one. I don't think you've got this. The Terminator.
The first one,
Yeah. Are you thinking the second one?
definitely the second one,
Oh, you think definitely the second
100% the second one.
one? Oh, okay. We're with the liquid metal and all the rest.
Yeah. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
All
Well, that'd
of
be
that.
interesting, wouldn't it? A sequel to go in before the.
I would say the Terminator 2 goes in before Terminator.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I'm fine with that. Terminator 2 should definitely go in.
We put in Terminator 2 in?
Yeah, let's put it in.
Terminator, yeah. I mean, I think it's more the broad appeal of it's more a straight up horror, right?
It's darker, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I don't know.
All right, no. Terminator 2, we move. Right, what's yours?
Gladiator.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Gladiator. That's it. Use that again.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
audio format,
Gotcha.
just to remind you.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. For more detailed opinions, you can check out the rest of our episodes. Okay, so we've got 4 submissions there. So 4 entries. Sorry, Ghostbusters, Full Metal Jacket, Terminator 2, and Gladiator. There we go. I'll add those to the list at some point when I remember.
Yeah.
I did update it recently-ish. All right, so move on to This Is Why You're Wrong. Or wait, This Is Why They're Wrong, really.
Yeah.
That's what it is this week. So this is a closing statement from us and the critics. And I'm actually going to use the one positive critic review here, Carl,
Oh.
to sum it up perfectly. I'm not sure how much you agree with it. So the one positive review on Rotten Tomatoes says this. This is a Christmas film. A film about grief, about the importance of tracking snail migration. A clip show of one of the greatest films of all time.
This is what they say about fucking Die Hard. It's good for about family. Fuck off.
Yeah. So the thing basically is just like, you just play the archive footage of a good film.
Yeah.
You've got-
I mean, all joking aside, there is something in that, right? And this is where maybe Jaws 3D and even to an extent Jaws 2 gets it wrong. Is Jaws exists.
Yeah.
If you can't make it better, what can you do with it, right? You can only ever be some sort of homage to it, or you take the story on in a compelling way. There's obviously psychic sharks that way lie. So what are you going to do with it? You've got to just be fun, and maybe as an homage to the original one, and a nice punchy 1 hour 29. It sort of works well enough for you to go, yeah, whatever. It looks great.
What do you think, Carl? Do you think we've...
It's tough, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't rate it much beyond
what would you rate it here, actually? Go on, let's see.
1.5, I think.
Yeah, I've topped out 1.5. I couldn't go any
Yeah.
higher.
And so, is it good? No. Is it 2% bad? Absolutely not. Is it sort of fun enough to watch again? Yeah, probably.
So you're saying yes with a rewatchability factor?
It's a meh, right? I think.
I think
Maybe a yes. I don't know.
with someone
Yeah.
drinking,
Yes.
like it's one of those movies that
Yeah.
it's bad enough to be funny as well. Like the good bits that we've highlighted, fine, yep, they're good. There's some bad bits that are truly bad that actually would be quite funny to laugh at a little bit as well. So yeah, I'd say I'd
Psychic shark.
rewatch this again. So yeah, Will was very excited when I said we were covering this. He was like, "Yes, I've been meaning to rewatch this for ages."
Oh, there you go. You see, that's the right spirit for it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So there we go, good people. Let us know what you think. Have you seen it? If not, does it make you want to see it? Just watch it. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, Carl, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's all we've got. So if we moved the needle for you this week, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It really does hunt the algorithm and get us out there to a larger, more aquatic audience. Our Blue Sky, Instagram, and Twitter is MTN MoviePod. Our YouTube channel is at Movie the Needle. You can also find our Facebook page and some occasional TikToks at movie.the.needle. All details are in the show description, so please do follow and comment wherever you are. Join us next week as we discuss American Beauty and see if we can movie the needle for each other. But for now, from me and Carl, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, do you sense that, Carl? My sharky senses are tingling. I think someone somewhere is watching Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no. We must stop them. Goodbye.